Hello, folks. Welcome to Tuesday. I don't stream on Tuesday. Well, I do today. I had some extra time, and I thought I would hop back into Satisfactory. We are in Update 5, prepping for Update 6. You're staring at the mess of a plan that I have for a diluted fuel power plant. And I want to move forward with this, and what's tying me up is logistics and trying to figure out where everything is going to go. So I used an app that allowed me to drop in kind of like a blueprint type scenario. And so this is a slightly rotated view. Everything on the bottom is everything on the right hand side. And then everything on the top of the blueprint is everything on the left hand side. So you can see water extractors are going to be on the left. They're blue. They're on the top on the blueprint. In the middle, you can see there's 12 pipes all coming in. That's 8 water pipes and 4 heavy oil residue pipes that all have to come up to the second floor. Second floor is here in front of us where the blenders are. And there's 2 sets of blenders. So there's 2 floors of blenders. And I'm trying to figure out if I've left myself enough room in between the floors to do the piping before I get carried away. And then you can see on the top here, we've got the fuel generators. So imagine there's going to be 24 of these on this side and 24 of these on the other side of this. And they're going to start here and they're going to go all the way out to there. And there's going to be 4 of these, one going in every 45 degree, like a big X on top of this. And then there's going to be 4 of those X's going up. So it's going to be massive. It's going to look really, really cool. And I'm glad I've got a decent idea about how this is starting to look. The issue, like I said, and we'll go down and take a look, is the logistics. Also, I brought a train down here. Oh, I'm going to bash my face off here. What has happened to my frame rates? Gross. So, one thing I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we had our floor up a bit so that all the pipes could go underneath? And so all of this stuff would go underneath. I thought that would be kind of fun. And so that's what I'm thinking about doing along here. But that means I think I have to raise the floor in here to this level. And I don't know if I've given myself enough room. Now, the good news is these are 4 meters deep and they go above the water. So if I remove a couple of these, like we've got room there to do another foundation. So we would have between there and there for pipe work down here, which I think that's plenty of room. Although, I guess technically we might want to not go down quite that far. Maybe we want to put a level 2 meter foundation there. Yeah. So we got a floor and a half, which is cool. Mixed Screw Gun, Cosmic Dancer, Lewas, good to see you. So yeah, I think that's going to be enough room here. Now the question is it enough room upstairs? And so here's the situation up here. There is the blender floor, and there are the pipes. It doesn't look that pretty down here, but we have it nice and tidy up here. And if we change these to a different foundation type, it's not as ugly with the seams, so we can change this with the customizer to something like concrete. And it's a lot less obvious that there's a weird seam there. And then the same thing over here. I was debating as to whether how we would handle all this. I think I have to change the way that these are placed And I think what I have to do is just kind of like roughly lay out these buildings and then decorate them after. But I'm just wondering if I've left myself enough vertical room in this space. It's only water coming in, oil residue coming in, and then diluted fuel going out. That's it. There's nothing else. So I feel like this is okay. Because it would then go out to like here. I'll just put that in the middle. And then that would go up to the next floor. Somehow. Right, straight up that way. No worries, Lewas. We'll see you later. So this would end up being like this. And I would have more pipes coming in here. Actually, no, that's a lie. That fuel would end up going back up to the fuel generators up top. This would have another output at this level as well. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. But I just feel like this one level doesn't feel like a lot of space. Yeah. That's the only thing. And the spacing for everything down here, the issue that I have with all of this is I don't think I've left myself enough room between the wall and here. So like this would be the wall here. And I'm just wondering if I've left enough space between here and the machines. I feel like I have. Because then this would be a passageway that's two foundations deep. And then you get into the center section again here. And this would be a wall along here. And then there'd be some sort of like pillar thing here, I think. So that would frame sort of the entrance here, except for you'd be up a little bit higher. So that's, I think, and the other dilemma that I have is this just feels really tight. I feel like I might want to, well, okay, well that's wrong. I like this. This feels okay. I think that's enough space. Like we think about this as like a corridor. That's a big enough corridor. What's a better thing to put here? Like maybe the road barrier? I mean, it wouldn't really be there, but I feel like it's a cooler look at the machine too. You don't see all this stuff. You're mostly looking at this section. And then the tops of them, I left myself enough room to have some depth. Oops, as I fell off of something. Miss Gun, you're here for that? I left myself enough room to have like pillars and details and things, because this is the floor of the next level. So we could totally have a separate floor or separate ceiling. So this would be the ceiling height, I think, here. which is still loads of room above the smokestack for detail and things like that. Well, maybe not that level. Maybe we go with a slightly higher level, but even here, so we could add some detail to the ceiling. With some supports and things like that. Blaming me if I was asking a question, which is why you fell. Kindly remind me, there is another Satisfactory update in the offing. Yeah, update 6 is coming in September to early access. That's why we're building this power plant. Update 6 is on experimental. We haven't played with it at all. What they're doing, do I have the map? Oh, so you can't see the Spire Coast, but the Spire Coast is changing. It's the very north part, and that's where our power plant is. So I've got this over on the right hand side because we're in the rocky desert / the islands. So that's where we're all along the west coast right now. But yeah, we're losing the power plant. And I think the last thing that I'll do is tear down the power plant. The other thing about this blueprint is that it's asymmetrical. So there's going to be more of this section going this way than there is going this way. And I'm hoping and kind of crossing my fingers that you see that stuff in the very bottom left? That's the size of a train station. So if I can figure out a way to bring trains and stuff down that way to even out everything so it's not asymmetrical, then that would be cool. The other thing we can do is if I ever wanted to double the output of this facility, we could then make the bottom symmetrical by mirroring all of these purple refineries. So I've been away from this for a little bit, and I think I like the idea of a 2-lane here. I now have room down here if I need to wiggle around. These are just temporary to kind of show like this is where a wall would be if we had one. So it doesn't feel claustrophobic, you know, like it's still a decently tall and decently wide corridor. I feel like what we need to do is just mirror what's happening with these guys and start to think about the logistics of where all the oil is coming from. So that means deleting these. And it means lining this up here so that this would be yellow. And this would be purple. And if I'm not mistaken, these are lined up with this side. So everything along here has to be pushed back by like a foundation, which is annoying, but it'll allow us to bring in stuff like this. and go along here. Oh, autosave. Sonic, hello, welcome in. You like the pipes underneath? Yeah, me too. The other option with the pipes would be to like run them down like immediately into the floor. Like we could do this. 8? No. That's a... Oh, where's the... Oh, 9. So like you could do that. Right? So that's a possibility. But I kind of like the idea of having... Now this one we have an angled wall. I might not be able to do that over here. I mean, the cool thing here is that what we could do is put in a wall there. I've got this center thing askew. So I could do this. Grab that. Do this instead. And then either leave it open or have it go into the side like that. Over here I left them open. But you could easily do something like that. I didn't realize that this was going to be a Z fight though. That's annoying. I really wish they would fix stuff like this. I know it's not probably their high priority, but this really frustrates me. Because we could do that, and then we could have these guys, which are hard to place, to put them like here. And then like there. So we could do that. Is this going to make... This is making... heavy oil residue. Oh, so this is going to have an output anyway, so we wouldn't need that there. This is going to have a conveyor. So that's the other thing, is that I have to think about, these all have to have conveyors that export as well. So you can see on the blueprint, I've got some conveyors, but I've not drawn in a lot. So I have to figure out where those conveyors are going to go. So these have to feed these machines, and then the pipes are going out into the main center column. So we're going to have room for all of that in these sections, which is somewhat tricky. I mean, I guess we could go up if we wanted to. We could go with a conveyor lift. There's enough room if we ever had to. I was kind of hoping to avoid that though. Need to get back into Satisfactory, and I should probably get a Twitch on my phone so I can become a regular. Yeah, absolutely. I find Twitter for my notifications and Discord are the best ways to catch when I'm live. Oh, they can clip right through the pipes, Mixture Gun. Not a big deal. We also, as I mentioned, have this space too, right? right? So we have this available space to work with. Not just this, but we have this as well. Which, you know, it does help a little bit. I think my main problem is that I have to start laying this out before I can really understand how it's going to work. I mean, you can plan and space things out, but then ultimately, somewhere, somehow, you have to start laying in pipes and figuring out what's going on where. So I guess we'll start with these refineries. Flying sheep, hello. Oh, no worries. I don't normally stream this late either. I don't think I started until 7:30 my time. So where do these guys go? There's a 2-block, 2-thing gap. And then this faces with its input here. Ah, so that becomes a problem. I thought that was going to be okay. I'm wondering if I need to start spacing these farther apart. Like, I wonder if I need to make this 3 wide. We could also try something like this. I don't think I like that though. See, over here we've got just the single output, and it's got almost it's got a foundation and a half of space. But then over here, because of the way that we did the foundations, because we're switching to this direction, because this just needs an input. No, water and plastic. Because I don't want these just floating. I'd rather have like a wall on them. That I feel is going to be... I mean, it will work. It's just going to look not great. Because we could totally just take a pipe and do that. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. And this could be whatever color we want. I guess I'm okay with that. It's a little boring. Are there walls with holes that might work for that better? You could do... You can just do a porthole on it. Like you could just do one of these. It's new in update 5. It's a wall. No, they've had these for a while. The floor hole is new. This is new. Right? What's cool about those is that they go all the way through. Right? So that you can see the blue outline. It goes all the way through. I mean, these do as well. So I could do something like that. It doesn't really matter. Hey, Meza, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, it's not snug in space. Like we'll have plenty of room for water to come in and resin to come in. Like that won't be a big deal at all. They are both on the same level, so we may have to think about running things below. Yeah, I hear you. It's been a long couple days for me already, and it's only Tuesday. Pretty good. So to bring you up to speed, we're working on a diluted fuel plant. This is the first floor. We're currently in the lower right section, moving and planning for the intakes and outtakes. So I like the placement of these blue guys on the left, but we have to move these purple guys on the right. I'm just wondering, like I said, if I've left myself enough room. Because these guys are no problem. These guys are just... They're just making... heavy oil residue. So their input is just crude oil. So that's not a problem. It's their output that gets complicated. And especially because they're asymmetrical. So we'd have to connect these guys. Those guys would have to connect together. And then these guys would have to connect together. This is outputting 40 per minute. And there's 15 in a row here. Okay, well, one pipe along this whole side. So that means that these don't have to cross. That's good. That means the pipes are going to be running this way. And we could have one of these, because this is outputting 20. So I guess what could be happening, there'd have to be a pipe and a belt. Can I fit all that? I don't think we can connect to a pipe if it's that close. I've been running into all these kind of problems where you can't connect to the things that you want. So we'd have to connect to these guys. It's tight, but it works. But then there's no way to to get these guys on there. So you see what I mean by that being too tight of a space. One day in my dreams, we'll get an update will allow us to adjust the in and out ports on the machines. Oh man. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, you mentioned you had a really busy week last week, Mezzo. I found August has been quite busy for me. It is a third-party app, McScrewgun. It is called Salt. If you look for Salt Satisfactory Planner, you'll get a website. You can run it off the website, or you can download it as a Windows app. It is okay. It's a real pain in the butt to deal with. Which is why I didn't lay out every machine and every belt. It's a tedious program to use, but it's lovely that it exists, if that makes sense, I guess. Because I need to be able to visualize things spatially, and so I find it helps. So it looks like we can't run everything underneath the floor. Unless, like I said, I dip this down and we run this below everything. Because the pipes are going to the middle over there, and the belts are going to these other machines here. And I don't have much room for load balancing. So if I move these, we put in a 2 meter. Imagine that this is still not right. No. And I feel like going into the water is kind of cheating a little bit. I know it's totally fine. Yeah. Not my favorite. I mean, solution is to build up a foundation higher. It's a lot of work, though. And that looks terrible too. Just having all these mergers along the way. So I'd be more inclined to have this have its own line. All right. Maybe I should build these all up a floor higher. You know, why doesn't that work there? You know what? I feel like I just need to wipe this whole row out. I'm snapping to the wrong things, I think. Be rebuilding something in Minecraft for the third time. I've done that too. I've absolutely done that too. Alright. So that's an output. That's an output. Realizing that I need more space for the outputs, right? Oh, that's in the wrong spot. I really find it quite difficult to line things up when you're standing on the ground. It's really, really hard. So why doesn't this... Oh yeah, these aren't the same. Those are the inputs. And then the outputs line up with a different... Do I have to do this sideways? Nope, that doesn't work either. The outputs. Yeah, so the idea here would be to capture everything in the middle and then run the pipes down the side, but then wait a minute, these don't have any. This is making residual plastics, so there is no pipe output on those. I just don't like the idea of all the pathways being different, you know? So here we're back to single. It should be a double. Well, this gives me more room than I thought I had before. Cosmic Dancer gifting a tier 1 sub to Meza. Thanks very much, Cosmic. Lurking for kid retrieval. Nice, Mixture Gun. Appreciate it. And thank you, Cosmic. That's amazing. Meza, I know you're busy with your own stuff, but you can join the Discord should you like. That is all connected through Twitch and Discord and the new sub. Saying that more for others watching, because I know how busy you are. Yeah, I don't know if I like the different widths. I kind of feel like I should keep these the same, but then of course these machines are not evenly spaced either. Which I guess we could change. Rather than pushing them to the edge of their 3 blocks. Like they've got It's 1, 2.5 foundations, but I could not do that. I could 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2. Center it this way. And then over here, we'd move this. And have this line up so it is in the middle of its thing and other way around. So that way every catwalk is going to be a full 2 foundations. And that gives me enough room to change it, design it on an angle, do what I want. I feel like that's enough room to handle everything. That means that these are going to change too then. This is why I'm only building like a skeleton of this floor, because I know that it's one of these things that just change so frequently. All right, let's map out the floor. So then these two would be yellow, right? Yeah. This switches to purple. We're back to yellow here. You can only keep up with your own Discord, taking 2 extra contracts, 2 in real life, so this time wouldn't be, even less time would be free. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. It was more of a friendly gesture than anything I expected you to be able to follow through on. I'm the same way. The only Discords I can participate in are the ones that I am like part of. They're mine. You know, like Joel Duggan Discord and the Spawn Chunks Discord. And even then, I can't really participate in the Spawn Chunks Discord that much. But it's a pretty busy Discord. Like there's a good several hundred people in there, and they keep it going, right? All right, so I feel like that's maybe the evenly spaced is the way to go. That way, when I'm decorating, all of my tunnels or all my walkways are an even 2 wide, very easy to figure out. I have messed around with this because the building is on a single wide foundation, but these are only 2 wide, so I changed the top layer to have like a center line. I think that'll be easier. Gives us lots of wiggle room around these things too. So output. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we don't need you. Really? That doesn't make any sense. Noted that my audio did not start playing. My music didn't play. Ignore the Nightbot command in chat. We need 60 refineries, I want to say. Yeah, 60 refineries. That's 5 times 4 is 20 times 3 is 60. Okay, so why do I have you there? And why are you all there? Because I made a mistake. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, okay. Not needed. It's just these guys. So then this is the edge. And then this would be the wall. Oh, here's a better idea. Why don't I take the blueprint off? Thank you, Cosmic. Yeah, the scale is overwhelming, Cosmic. It's a lot. Do I really need 128 fuel generators? There's going to be 400 here, Meza. So you see this giant spoke? That's the end of it there, and that's the middle. And that's one of 16 of these that's gonna have fuel gens on it. Okay, well then I can potentially put in a door here. Just temporarily. I feel like these don't go as deep. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, so then this is wrong too. Those are not needed. All right, so that will give me a little bit of sanity. Oh, that's a problem. Right. This is going to be really fun and tricky to design and make look pretty at the end, but I think we will prevail. It's going to give us a lot of really cool overlapping options, which is going to be fun. By the way, I don't think I've mentioned yet this stream, but Devastator, of course, is the big transformer that the main factory is built off of. But this factory, because it's a power factory, I mean, what transformer do you choose if you're making a power factory? I mean, you make a Megatron factory, right? That's what you do. You make a Megatron factory. So we're going to be basing the design of this is all going to be like gray and red and purple. I'm going off like classic Megatron from the 80s. So we're going to attempt to do all that kind of stuff. You're pretty early game, so it's only an 8 generator factory. It was easy enough to fix, but I definitely was confused for a while. Oh man, yeah. When things go wrong, it's tricky. It's very tricky. And I don't remember how tall this is. Let's find out. I'm getting to that stage where I'm always too far away from stuff to eye drop. So 1, 2.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. No, 8. 8 is the ceiling? Like 9 is the roof, 8 is the ceiling. So that's 3, 6. And then these are 2-meter foundations at the top. Yep, correct. One, two, yeah, and then this is the ceiling there. Now this should, I hope, line up straight underneath that arch and line me up with the water production plant. I think, I hope. Looks promising. Ha 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 ha. Good stuff. Okay. We've done something right. That's usually a good sign. They just dropped a new patch on the experimental. Pretty happy about it. Oh, very cool. I think Sandy was talking about that in the Discord this morning, Mezza. What are the changes? It was AI for bad guys, right? That was the major change. Now, where did I have the inputs coming in? All along the back. Okay. Quarter pipe foundations now feature the same materials as other foundations. Oh, very cool. So you can do like concrete and unpaintable buildings should now be paintable. Fantastic. We can paint trains and stuff like that already. That's good. What's the thing that I really wanted? No indicator pipelines finally have a biddable item that... No indicator pipelines finally has a buildable item. No indicator pipelines. I don't know what a no indicator pipeline is. Oh, like when you build a pipe and it doesn't have the little... this thing? The little animated bit. Because these never, unless each end is at the right position, these are always misaligned, right? So you can just build those. Oh, okay. That's cool. Can you place indicators? Paintable buildings? Well, we can paint the buildings now, Mixrugun. I mean, look. Yellow, white, brown, blue, purple. Now I'm just pushing it. I know, right? Heaven forbid I have a good idea. So these have to go on the middle. And then this switches this way. Oh wait, that's not needed. The mighty Elkhorn is here. How's it going, Elkhorn? All right, chat. What am I going to forget to take with me to my build site again for the 100th time? Enough iron plates, because you forget that they're in foundations. They never used to be. I'm still not used to it. So now I have to question if I have enough space here. I think 3 foundations is probably enough here, although that's only a two foundation platform here. But that's the same as before, I think. Iron Golem material? Oh yeah, different game. So yeah, it's a full half foundation there. Actually, is that... How close is this to a walkway? I know, Cosmic, I have to go. On a break. Oh. They cut off. I guess that kind of looks okay. Wither powered farm? The stress is real? Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. So yeah, that's correct. Okay. I guess we'll just paint these guys. Double check the spacing in between here. So output, I think I had a full space between each of these. One, two, three, four, five. So there's lots of room. And I did that on purpose. Because I've got no idea if I want to put something in between them. Like, do I want Maybe we do walls. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be pillars. We could have pillars in between them holding up the roof. We'll see. Pillars would be good because pillars would give us a way to bring the power down. That would actually be a good idea. And look at that. Fits. Power, there's the power there. We might not have them that quite far forward, but that's pretty cool. And then we could do this very easily. Okay. I like that. Cool. Good zoop. They let you zoop in the two axes at the same time. I think that's why I think they don't on purpose, because then it's just like creative fill mode in Minecraft, you know? Yeah, beams and road barriers are super handy. So you gotta get an idea for the scale of it up this way. I don't really know if I can get... It's not really worth going all the way back just to go on a break train. And I don't know if I can put... I guess I could put this on a back and forth with the construction station. But here's the scale of it. Like, there's the footprint from up here. And there's the length of one of the 16 power arms. So... she's gonna be beefy. Gonna be beefy. We'll try the train. We'll try the train. That goes all the way back, so we're gonna go this way. Let's just see if I go edit the timetable. Construction station. I don't remember where long haul station is. That's long haul station. Okay. And this is diluted fuel. Oh, construction station is over there. Right. Okay. Edit timetable. Remove that. Long haul station, diluted fuel. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. Should be good to go. For folks that are new to the chat, I take a break once an hour. I'm going to step away, refresh my water. And in the meantime, you can ride the construction train. It's not a long route, but it'll at least be better than watching nothing at all. So I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. So it looks like this isn't quite the 6 minutes that the other trains are. Also, going backwards is weird. Thank you, Cosmic. Watch your head. This is very temporary. I just needed to get a lot of supplies down to the fuel place, and this was the easiest way to do it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the paint job is so I can remember what things are where. Concrete, iron, steel, plastic. See, that's going to be pretty impressive when you're coming up on it. I sure hope I have enough room for the top layer. I might not. That will be a pain in the butt. If we don't, I'll probably just switch to more like a fork, like a tuning fork design than a whatchamacallit, an X. That's the word I'm looking for. Speaking of tired, wow. Alright, how are we doing for supplies? Definitely turns into Train Simulator after a while, for sure. I've seen some beautiful trains. Cosmic, who was the person that had like an absolute ton of trains all over the place in the world? We used to raid them all the time. They were pretty quiet. I'm trying to remember their username. Joel Does Words is my favorite thing about the primetime show. Fair. These are wrong. Yeah, these are wrong. So that won't be a thing, so we don't need these here. And then I think we leave this as 3 wide and then pick up here. I know this feels tedious, but I do find that painting the floor really does help me keep my head straight. I had a massive train world once. Tempted to do it again, but it used up so much time. Oh, for sure. Homily of the Sea, context satisfactory third person. Yeah. That save alone I had about 1,000 hours. 600 of that spent on trains. Wow. We're at 600 hours on this one, and I think 400 hours on the other one. Yeah, the writing is faint. But I'm pretty sure we're at close to 1,000 hours. I don't know. That's the world border over there and down there. I think I got enough room. I think I can put another one of these X's coming out this way. I don't think I'm going to hit that. We'll have to try it, but I think it should be fine. Yeah, so what I did was, after I decided to do Devastator, drastic changes started happening with Update 5. And Update 5 was an experimental for so long that we started an experimental build, and what I did was I built in the plains, the grassy fields, and I built Metroplex. So a Metroplex, an Autobot-inspired factory. But this is the one that has the major work in it. We actually went farther with Metroplex decorating, but we're much farther ahead in gameplay on the Devastator build. We caught up though pretty quickly. I was having a lot of fun with the Metroplex one. Very clean, very bright and shiny. Oops. I think that's right. Skip 1, 2, skip 1, 3. Oh, I see. So it goes here. Cool. That's right. Which is physically larger, do you think, Devastator or Metroplex? Metroplex. Metroplex is way larger than Devastator. From what I recall. It's hard, because canonically I think they used to fight on Cybertron, but Devastator on Earth is a bunch of construction vehicles. Like real world size pickup, you know, like mixers, and Devastator looks like this, right? So you can see like there's a bulldozer in there, there's a cement mixer, there's a crane, so like that's, and you can see earth buildings behind him, right? Oh, I meant in my builds. Oh, Devastator's bigger in terms of footprint. I think Metroplex is just longer. Metroplex feels bigger because he has more finished design. Like the outside is done. Why is this 3? Did I mess up again? No. This is just wrong. Yeah. See? This is what I mean. Paint the floors. Helps your life. Especially now that it's free. Yeah, Devastator is definitely a bigger chunk on the ground. Okay, so these two are still wrong. Yeah, that's wrong too. Oh, this is going to be tricky because now we're going to bring this closer. That's going to move. Inputs on that side. This gets centered over this. Oh, that's glass floor. Let's just use a regular foundation for this. Good job, Past Joel. That doesn't happen very often. I'm not at all worried about the textures in here right now. I'm just kind of building with what costs the least. So all of these are now like essentially 2 and a bit wide. The problem of this is going to be if it feels too narrow here. Oh no, I guess I've moved them back? They've moved ahead, but not by a heck of a lot. Okay, I'm alright with that. Alright, so this is the first bay of 20. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 deep. So that's 20. I need 3 more of these. How did I get this wrong? I only have 2 here. I must have set them up differently the first time. Must have set them up. This is going to go out there. I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I just really miscalculated the first time, I guess. I think that's right. One, two, three, four. Cool. Were you testing different setups? I think I had the same number of machines. I think I had them in different setups. I think I had 4 rows of 15 going in a weird configuration. I did the math on the input and the output. So what happened was I did this and then realized that the common denominator for the refineries in the export pipes that we needed was 3 bays of 20, which is why we have 3 bays of 20 in the bottom right. So that's the reasoning there. I don't remember if I did that first or second. I love that we're going to have so much room to decorate in here. Room between machines is a good idea. So here is where this gets a little tricky. We have to go out there. Huh. How far do we have to go? This is the computer game that Excel would have created if it could? Oh, absolutely. Motivation for expansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 purple, 2 yellow, and then 3 white. Now, this is something, in some cases, I wish we could do in Minecraft. Alright, so it was 3 yellow, I think, for the path. I should really switch to these. Survey says... Yep. 3 for the path. Are you planning on using the pipes to the max bandwidth? Yes. Yeah, the way that this works, each one of these guys puts out 40 per minute. So this row of 15, there's 5 there, 5 here, and then 5 there will make up a 600 pipe. So pipes do have a bug which makes them not actually piping through the max capacity. So that just means I won't be pumping full fuel. It's alright, as long as I build it correctly for the math. I'm less worried about a bug than I am about, like, a feature that's staying, do you know? Instead of 600, it's like 570. Okay, well, that's better than trying to go over, I guess. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 yellow, and 3 white. going to be difficult to use out the power from those jennies. Oh, now that I'm at this stage of the game, I think the problem was that we couldn't do the kind of power aluminum setup that I wanted to do because I didn't have enough power overhead. So, and I couldn't expand extra trains. So this is going to be great. And I don't think I'm going to build the whole thing all at once. I think I want to get all the bottom floors running, but then I think even just one floor of generators, which is 100 fuel gens, will do us well. I don't remember what we have now. This is 64, but there's another 32 somewhere else, but they're going to be taken down. Like those are going to be torn down when the Spire Coast expands. So all right, so then purple. I guess I could just do all this at once. Let's work smarter, not harder. Have you ever kept lizard doggos for power shards? You could get away with less if you overclock all the generators, maybe. I have a lot of overclocking, like I've got a lot of power shards, but I've never done the whole lizard doggo thing. I have never been able to get them to actually like be friendly. They just always run away. But it's been a long time since I've tried, like a couple of updates since I tried. Uh-oh. Out of concrete. That won't do. They fixed the ladders. 400 is a nice number, yeah. I think I'm okay with overclocking machines, and basically what I've been doing is I've been saving my power shards for my miners. We're gonna have to hook up a hypertube up here. We should probably do that now. Oh, I don't have the concrete for the base. Never mind. 30-ish gives you a lifetime supply of power shards, but taking care of them is a chore. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing. Like, I don't play this to farm animals. Oh, I don't have jetpack. Jetpack. Health and safety hazard. Is there a fill zoop function where you could outline the perimeter? No. They decided to kind of meet in the middle and allow the zooping, but they don't allow you to fill because it just becomes maybe too easy. You only overclock miners and generators. Overclocking generators is a good idea. I could potentially do that. And I went too far. So I need plating and concrete. Might be the last of our plating. It is indeed. Anything else? I should put in like one motor to remind myself I need to get motors when I go back. I wonder if I can get faster. I might be able to get enough momentum going down this way. Maybe not. We could always just get in the truck, I guess. I don't know if I have any plates in here. I might. Like a glove. What? One unit of fuel will always generate the same amount of power. Oh, interesting. So you could use the overclocking fuel gens to get a lot more. We've got plates. That's awesome. And motors. Look at that. It's my favorite truck. Yeah, that's interesting that one unit of fuel will always generate the same amount of power. So you can overclock the generator and then you need less generators, right? You don't get more power, you just need less generators. The power output is not directly proportional to the overclocking, but the fuel used is based on the power generated. Right. So you can generate more power with less generators. Which is a lot less because then you're hooking up less. You know, you're not like a third as many pipes, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, as far as it goes, McScrewgun, it really doesn't take that long. You know, even though there's not technically a fill command, like I feel like you're still able to do quite a bit pretty quickly, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. That all lines up. Good. Then this goes back to yellow. And I don't know what happens here. I guess this is just going to be an empty space. A little tempted at the moment to cheat in a ton of power shards. I don't really have time or patience for AFK for the space elevator parts. Sonic, have you watched I'm Kibitz? Because he did it on like his 4th or 5th playthrough. He decided like he just wanted to have fun, and so that's what he did. He gave himself like all the power shards in the world, and everything else he's doing on his own. But the power shards were all something that he brought in, and then he was able to overclock and get all the space power stuff. Like he went all in on the power shards and just kind of is doing the math that way. So he's able to do all the cool things he wants to do. It's just that he has to build far fewer machines to do it, right? I love how far you can reach with the customizer. It's very cool. Oh, something's not right there. What did I... Oh, I see. Honestly, early game, the best thing you can do is underclock machines and build more of them. The power usage drops drastically. Yes, that's right too. I remember that. I always forget about the underclocking, and then later on, like, I've got to do some underclocking on this setup actually, because I like even numbers. So like over on the bottom left hand side, I only need 7 water extractors or 7 point whatever, but I'm going to build 8, and then I'm going to downclock them to be whatever they need. Or just downclock 1 to 80%. It's much better to do it that way. KHM someone has a good video explaining it. Is it you? Do you have the video? Or is KHM someone the name of the username? I have to ask because usernames are weird. Some people have very strange Twitch names. That's cool. You're a sub in the chat, Meza. If you want to link it, go ahead. By all means. I mean, Sonic and McScrugan will probably be interested for sure. Sure, yeah, take your time. It's all good. Okay. So that is the true end of the heavy oil residue. And now that we have concrete, we are definitely building another zoop tube. It sounds dirty. I know it's funny, but I feel like I shouldn't. So I'll go there. Oh, we can't go Any farther. That's fine. Steel. Don't have the steel. We need to fix this. This does not go up high enough. I need power. What do your colors mean? Figured yellow is walkway. Yeah, yellow is don't build here. Blue is for water. The white is for walls. In some cases, it's like a wall that's 3 thick and I've left it empty, and other times I've just painted in all 3. But the whiter the walls, I want them to be nice and beefy. And then I think over here I've got water. Yeah, so that's a water pipeline. These are water extractors, like that. And I mean, I temporarily painted a pipe blue just to kind of see what's going on. And then I think up here I used like a maroon or a brown for the blenders. It's hard to see, but essentially blenders go there. The white is also the center line. I was using the white for like, this is the dead center of the whole build. So like there's the center and then you've got the white middle bits. What sounds dirty? Oh, calling hypertubes Zoop tubes. It sounds like a medical term or something gross. Hope it helps change my playstyle forever. Downclocking became my solution to make math work even with numbers of machines, and it saves power. Yeah, oh for sure. The underclocking is definitely a big help. We're gonna have to go get more stuff soon. I don't think I need more rotors. No, I'm good. Top up on those. It's the steel that I really need. Oh, and copper. Yeah, the downclocking is definitely a way to go. That train platform was actually built when this was lower, as you can see here. So this is a temporary thing. We're gonna have to figure out where the train comes in and all that down the line. I think I'm gonna do something cool in here. Like, I know it's gonna be like a Megatron build, and we're gonna be like all Megatron colors, like all the classic Megatron grays and maybe some like white and silver and stuff. But I think I'm gonna paint the pipes, maybe not that light blue, but I think blue and purple, and I think it'll be helpful to kind of figure out where everything's going. I want power. So this will help short term to getting around. No worries, Meza. Thanks so much for hanging out, man. Great to see you. Thanks for the link to the video. I hope anybody in the chat that is looking to learn about underclocking machines checks it out. And I do still have that video of yours to watch, Meza. I do still have it. I will reach out via DM. Cheers, man. Have a good one. Okay, so that lays out all the machines that I want, I think. I guess we could always just add in these guys along the edge, so that it all makes sense. The multiple hotbars in this game is a lifesaver. So I've got all those in, and then it's a matter of putting in the ones at the back. It's probably easier from this side. Oh, what happened there? Found a mod that gives you a creative inventory? Yeah, that's no fun. That's why I don't play Minecraft in creative either. What is that lined up with? I guess this. Alright, I need to get a little bit higher here somehow. Jetpack and ladders. This is the slow way, but the cheap way. I think it would be fun to learn how different things connect, and it'd be fun to play with things if you don't have access to them, but you want to build towards something. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So each bay is 20. That's 60 in total. That's pretty chonky. Even if Minecraft wouldn't let us build more than one block at a time, I feel like dismantling something like that more than one block at a time would be very useful. So I think that makes me feel better about decorating in here, having everything spaced out a bit more. So the next thing to do will be to tackle the pipes. And the incoming and outgoing pipes are going to be different. So the very, very bottom of the blueprint, you can see 4 pipes coming in. And those are the crude oil pipes. Those are from over this way. Get my legs on here. So originally, you see, I had them coming in over here. I think it has to break down into 8 or 6. So here they are here. Here are the 4. This is all the crude oil in the area. There's 3 pipes. There's 1 600 and 2 300s, I think. Or no, there's 4. I got one turned back here. So there's 2 600 and 2 300. So 1800 crude oil altogether, temporarily being turned into fuel and powering our backup right now. But eventually all of this will be relayed over here. So I don't think I'm going to keep that current pipeline. I think this area here would make the most sense. We'll have it take a turn and then everything will come in here. And I don't know if we're going to make it visible. This is all output. And this is making... What is this making? This is making heavy oil residue. So it has an oil residue output. And it also has a polymer output. So we're going to have to figure out another way for the pipes to get in here. They could come in here, but then we run the problem of having also export pipes. I can't fit 12 pipes underneath this. And have them do the things that they need to do to turn left and right. So we may bring them up the wall. We may... I'm not sure what we're going to do. The idea for these to all be fed along here underground makes sense. I guess we could have a pipe coming in from below, from above. Like on a corner or something like that. How would that look? I don't know, a vertical pipe coming down from the ceiling might look kind of cool. Maybe that's just full of crude oil going straight down, and then it would turn here and go this way. Unfortunately, they all do this weird little dip. You can't go straight from here into a regular fitting. It always kind of goes down too far. I find it really annoying. I mean, you can do this. You have to come up to here, I think. Yeah, but they all do that. And then you can take it straight. Which you can't see, It's fine, because we're going to be up here, right? But, you know, I find that annoying. I wish they made tighter turns. I do find it a pain the way that these work, the way that they snap to the top. I know you can make another floor up this way and then have like the full 4 meters, but I find that it starts to mess up with your floor alignment and stuff. I've never really been good at like leaving foundation space between the floors. I always forget about that. And as a result, you end up with like 3 meters of space instead of 4. For example, I bet that this hooks up just fine. Well, it helps if you line it up right. It's still not quite straight, is it? Well, I guess that answers that. I mean, it's better than that. Okay, cool. Well, I feel like I've accomplished a fair bit. I've certainly wrapped my brain farther around this build. Let's go up and see it from the tower. Chindoran says you can make it straight. I've not been able to figure it out. Do you put the tower for the pipe like right next to the hole? So you can't quite see everything from up here. Oh, that's still vertical. Thanks for the lurk, Sonic. I'm gonna have to wrap things up. Either a shorter elbow or there's a vertical mode. So the vertical mode was giving me a red. The vertical mode wouldn't work. I know about the different modes. So that's gonna stretch all the way back there. And technically the edge is here, but we do have all of this space here for a potential train station or something. So it could be good that this is so asymmetrical at the moment. But anyway, as I said, blueprint looks like that. We've just finished the bottom right layout. We have yet to figure out the piping and stuff. I should probably at least lay out some loose ideas for that before I get too into the other side. I feel like I've re-laid out this factory like 3 times already in between streams, so I'm trying to move forward and trying to not get caught up with just like constantly adjusting stuff. There's a certain amount of you just have to kind of go forward with all of this at some point. However, that is where I need to wrap things up. It is getting out late for me. Don't normally stream this late at night, but it was fun. Hope you had a good time. If you like this, leave a follow here on Twitch. You can also follow on Twitter. And you can check out the Patreon page at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. And you can, of course, check out the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcast. Not sure I'm going to get to the Citadel Cafe this week, but the brand new episode of the Spawn Chunks where we interviewed Impulse SV from Hermitcraft is available right now at thespawnchunks.com. It was a great conversation with Impulse. He's a really, really fun guy. He had a good time on the show. He talked about his new podcast, Imp and Skiz, which you can find on the Imp and Skiz YouTube channel, as well as wherever you find your podcasts. He was very gracious with his time. He spent the full 2 hours with us on the bonus show. So if you're a patron of the Spawn Chunks, you'll get a full 2 hours with Impulse. He talked quite a bit in the pre-show about his custom studio setup that he just built in his backyard. He built like a detached, separate building for himself. It doubles as, I think, a guest house for their home, but he has an office out there, which is much better than the closet space I think he was working in before. So he had a lot of really cool things to share about that. I will be back, I'm hoping, over the week. Next scheduled stream is Friday, but it looks like miserable weather here in Nova Scotia for the next couple days. So there's a good chance, especially without a Citadel Cafe, that I might be able to get on another stream. I don't know what I'll be playing. Maybe Guild Wars, maybe Satisfactory. I might jump into Minecraft. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe something completely different. Who knows? I'd like to try to get into more of a variety of things here on the channel. So that's going to be it for me. I'm going to try to pass you on to somebody else playing Satisfactory. Barring that, I will probably pass you on to someone playing Minecraft. But enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.